All right, let's go ahead and look at these. So we're finding for the sign of theta, which is this little guy right here. And remember, sine is the opposite over the hypotenuse. So that would be A over C. The cosine, remember, is the adjacent over hypotenuse. And the tangent is the opposite over the adjacent. Now, for the sine divided by the cosine, remember, division means multiplied by the reciprocal. So this is the sine. The cosine is this. And check that out. Those guys just disappeared, which gives us A over B. Now, what do you observe about your answer number 4? I hope that you observe that this is exactly the same as this, which would mean that the tangent of theta is equal to the sine of theta divided by the cosine of theta. So what that would mean is that now we can solve some things about tangent. So for tangent, we are talking about 5 pi over 4, so let's go ahead and find out where 5 pi over 4 is right here. And 5 pi over 4 at this location, the sine value is the medium length, which is root 2 over 2, negative root 2 over 2. And then the cosine is also negative. So we multiply by the reciprocal. And cancel, 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 cancel. We end up getting a positive 1. Let's go ahead and look at tangent of 150. So tangent of 150 is right here. So I want the sine over the cosine. And the sine is 1/2 multiplied by the reciprocal of root 3 over 2. Cancel, cancel. I end up getting 1 over root 3. Oh no, I didn't think about negative. So this one is positive, this one is a negative. So the final answer would be negative there. So let's look at tangent of pi over 2. So we're talking down here. This is negative 1 is the sine over 0, which is the cosine. Anything over 0 is undefined. So we'd say that the answer is either infinity or undefined or not possible, those types of things. So kind of weird. Let's look at tangent of 360. Tangent of 360 is the sine, which is 0, over the cosine, which is 1. This one ends up being 1, so, or ends up being 0. So just remember that you can't have a 0 in the denominator, and if you do, it ends up being undefined. So it says on the unit circle, in which quadrants is tangent positive? So tangent being positive, we need to have a positive over a positive, or we would have a negative over a negative. So we're really looking at which quadrants is either both the sine and the cosine positive, which is in quadrant 1, or negative. We have negative, negative. Now remember, over here we have a negative but then a positive. Over here we have a negative and then a positive. But only in this quadrant, quadrant 3, do we have a negative and a negative. So that is why we know that those two are there.